calls for action, and now, nip it in the bud.
Michelle Pfeiffer? The only true Catwoman is Julie Newmar, Lee Merriweather, or Eartha Kitt. And I didn't need molded plastic to improve my physique. Pure West.
Good morning, angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
I love it when a plan comes together.
It's time. Let's talk about music, movies, and mostly television from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, the good stuff. Good evening, one and all. Welcome to the Good Stuff Live. My name is Dave Sundstrom. And if you enjoy talking about music, movies, and mostly television from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, well, you've come to the right place. So happy Thanksgiving Eve to all of those folks who are watching this live stream in the United States. And hey, even if you're not in the United States, you know what? It's never a bad thing to, make a concerted effort to feel some gratitude. So I would encourage you, maybe you don't celebrate Thanksgiving proper, but to, tomorrow, maybe even start now, let's all think about the things that we're grateful for. As a matter of fact, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But first, I want to make sure that I welcome everybody that has arrived to the live stream. Boy, oh boy, the chat has gone crazy. I can't even scroll up to the very top. I'm doing my best so that I get everybody. Looks like we got Lance Chaffin here, superfan Lance Chaffin, superfan Spike Spikerson, Kenneth Wilkinson, superfan Jill Carter, Mike Silva. Let's see, The Life and Sad Ending, my friend Steve Tevis. Let's see who else is here. Welcome, 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 one and all. So much conversation. Let me see if I can see a new name here. We got Emily Miller in the house with us as well. Good to see you in the chat, Emily. And Nancy D, superfan Nancy D, is with us. Superfan Tracy Roth Myers. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Tracy. Mark M, welcome to the live stream. McGanahan Sky Jelly Fatty, my favorite YouTube name of all time. It's not too late. Good to have you here as well. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Superfan Blackadder says, hey, wasn't there already a WKRP live stream? We may talk about WKRP a little bit, but this is going to be a live stream that focuses on Thanksgiving and the spirit of gratitude. Wikipedia snippet, welcome. Good to have you with us. See, Mark M, I think I've already said hello, but I'll say hello again. Let's see who else is here. Superfan Superplex, so good to see you in the stream, hanging out. And I know there's more here. Kevin Davis, welcome. So good to have you here. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. Rob Aikens in the house, chatting away. Good to have you here. Kimberly Wiederhold, welcome to the live stream. Kenneth Wilkinson, welcome to the live stream. Al Oduwardi, welcome. Danny Staten, all the way from Southern California. Good to have you in the chat as well. Welcome. Anton Miles, welcome. David Thomas, welcome. Russell Flowers, Al Oduwardi, welcome. Custom God, welcome. Matt Sweeney, welcome. Terrell Bellinger, good to have you here. Van Pasterman, Georgia Ayers, superfan. Georgia Ayers. Thomas, a.k.a. Hungry Jerk, good to have you here. Karen Lester, good to have you. DOAV 2.0, The Lenny Berkowitz Show, Raja 1938, John H., Vinnie Roth, GR, Batitude 41, James Dye, Mr. Led, Carlos Ceja. The list goes on and on. Sarita Abney, Stu Sasser, Will McIntyre. Let's see. Is there anyone else? Cindy D is here. Sherry Cook is here. Someone else entirely. That's a good YouTube name is here. Russell Flowers is here. Lamont Bradford, welcome to the live stream. Justine Purdom, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words. Let's see. Is there anyone else? Tom Lavelle is here. He's just up the street from me a little bit. Good to have you with us, Tom. I think I have caught up, and we've got everybody that has said something in the chat. John Ogren is here. Todd McCreary is here. Very good. So awesome to have you. And we've also got some other, we've got some guests. So let me bring on our guests. First off, the first to arrive today was my good friend, Robert Thrash Pondo Pons. Welcome.
Wonderful to see you all, and thank you very much, Dave.
You're very, very welcome. And I promise not to call you Trash Pondo. I mean, it makes me laugh, but you'll always be Thrash to me.
Likewise.
Ian from Retro Serial, good to have you here, my friend.
Glad to be here, Dave.
Happy
what a great holiday.
Eve. Yeah,
Thanksgiving. Sure. I like what you said. Everybody should be celebrating. Even just the gratitude,
Why do we just, I think I say, we have one day we call Thanksgiving, but really, what a great thing for us to try to practice gratitude as frequently as possible.
For sure.
Pat McCormick from Golden Rage of Television. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And hey, Dave, Danny Statton's from Southern California?
No.
Visit him.
Did I say Southern California? Is that what I said?
You did.
Oh man,
we knew you
laughing
meant.
about that.
Danny,
he's laughing about that.
Pleased.
We're closer to Bigfoot than that place. I know that for sure.
South Carolina is where Danny's from. Oh, my friend Danny, I'm so sorry for doing that to you.
I'm sorry to point it out.
First super chat has arrived today. It's from Robert's Watches. Thank you so very much. He says, "Oh, the humanity, happy Thanksgiving." And that is, of course, a reference to, I posted a video earlier today about the WKRP in Cincinnati episode called Turkeys Away, a classic episode. And that is, of course, Les Nessman's cry of just can't believe what he's seeing as the turkeys plummet to the ground.
That was his attempt to do the Hindenburg disaster.
Yeah, I was going to say the Hindenburg.
But let me find a way to say thank you to, let me do this.
Thank you.
And this isn't a very good Carlson impersonation, but we'll go with it anyway. As God is my witness, I really appreciate your support. There you go.
Great. That was great.
That was cute. That was very cute.
Close, but no cigar, I'd have to say. Sorry.
But thank you very much, Robert. Robert's Watches. Appreciate the super chat. So, with that said, what I thought would be fun to do today, and I've got a little trivia and some vintage commercials, as I always do, but given that tomorrow is Thanksgiving, I thought I'd go around the horn and maybe we can talk about what we're grateful for. And then at the same time, I thought that what we could do is, let me pull up this really quick. For folks that use the hash, or that make a comment in the chat with the hashtag thanks in front of the comment, I'll do my best to kind of look for those and pull them up to the front and on screen so that you can share what you're thankful for as well. So we can talk about that. So let's see how that works out. I do see another super chat, so I better get to that. It's always I truly appreciate the support, and when those super chats show up, this one from superfan Tracy Roth Myers. Thank you very much, Tracy.
She wants Lawrence Welk. I know she does.
Don't we all?
Lawrence. We'll save Lawrence for later because I know that Tracy actually appreciates this one right here. Let's go with this one. I think this is one of Tracy's favorites. If I can find it.
I know.
There it is.
Now, it's time for a little dance. Here we go.
So thank you so
That's
much.
hilarious.
I appreciate your ongoing support as a super fan of the channel. Very much appreciated. And the super chat is very nice of you as well. So who should I pick on first? I'm going to pick on the guy that's directly to the right of me, Mr. Robert Thrash Pondo Pons. Yeah. What are you, as you think about, I don't know if you guys have this tradition, kind of the Sundstrom home. My brother's the one that's really kind of reinforced this. We have to go around as we sit at the table and share what we're thankful for. We're going to do that virtually tonight. So what are you thankful for, Robert?
Well, the number one thing I'm thankful for, and it's funny, it just came up earlier. People were like, are you having a bunch of people over for Thanksgiving? And my brother-in-law is joining us, but for the most part, all the people I love most in this world live with me. Wife, daughter, granddaughter, daughter, they're all here with me. And I am nothing in this world am I more grateful for than that. I have all the people, well, no offense to all the people who aren't living with me, but those I love the most are here with me today. And you know what? Coupled with the fact that it's been a tough couple of years for everyone, and we've gotten through it and we're still together, I can't think of anything I'd want more in this world.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I totally agree. Ian, how about you? What are you grateful for this year?
Well, I try to keep things more entertainment oriented and less religious, but I'd be amiss without saying I'm thankful for my Lord Jesus Christ, who paid for my sins on the cross and assured me of eternal life through faith in him. I'm thankful for that most of all, and I'm thankful that my wife is still here with us today because of his good blessing and good nature. And then now I'll get back to the entertainment part, but I couldn't pass up saying that.
So anything on the entertainment side you're grateful for?
All the great, TV today is a dream. I used to dream of being able to watch whatever I want, whenever I want. Now the biggest problem that I have is finding something to watch rather than, waiting for it to come on. So yeah, I'm thankful for that too.
Awesome. How about you, Pat?
Well, I'm thankful for my fellow panel members here. These guys are incredible. I follow them both, and they're putting out quality stuff. The guy right above me, he doesn't do so bad either, I think. But with that said, I'm thankful for all your fans that have become my fans, Dave.
Right.
Everybody that's commenting here, and they're saying hello, and they're saying play Lawrence Welk, torture Pat, all that fun stuff that I just think is just fantastic. So I'm thankful to all you guys who are here. And like Robert said, I have a commune too. And it consists of my wife and 2 kids who are adults. But we live in a place where you can only afford to live with your parents. And so luckily I have big-hearted, wonderful kids and could not be luckier in that respect. So, geez, I don't think this stream is long enough for me to tell you what I'm thankful for. I gotta say, Kathy Garver, very thankful for her. She just sent me a video shout out, and I'll be posting, and I'm blown away. I'm gonna start crying. Move on.
I can't wait to see that.
Listen, I got to chime in on this a little bit. Dave, I have to say thank you. I mean, seriously, for someone who has such a fan base that you have to reach out to smaller channels and make us feel like we are just part of the crowd really means a lot to us. I mean, it seriously means a lot to us. And you can't believe the people that I reached out to. And I don't want to, say that they're all like, I don't know, stuck up or anything like that. But I talked to a lot of people. I tried to talk to a lot of people back when I was first starting. I tried to reach out to, I won't name any names, but a lot of people who had, and you were one of the people who actually took the time to reach back and say, hey, it's a hand up. And so thank you very much for that.
Well, thank you, Ian and Pat and Robert. I know I've always felt that. Let me just say this. you call yourself a smaller channel, and I don't really look at it that way. I look at it as three fellow YouTube creators, and each of you are doing things a little bit differently. You have your own style and your own, but we celebrate the same type of things, which is what makes it fun to to kind of cooperate with you guys, collaborate from time to time, and to the extent that I am able to point some of the channel subscribers over to your channels, well, that's great, because quite frankly, gives me excuse to watch all of your great videos as well. So.
We're peddling joy, Dave.
What's that?
We're peddling joy.
Exactly. We're getting some great comments in the chat, and I got to say, Ian, your comments around your gratefulness surrounding your convictions, religious convictions, are really resonating with a lot of our channel members as well. And,
cool.
And I've got to say that I am grateful that your wife has good health as well right now, and that she continues to be by your side. That's a really critical one for me as well. We're right up to a super chat by John H., who says, "I'm thankful for all I've been given and wish a great Thanksgiving for all, and I'd love to see Mr. Welk." Well, he's paid for it, Pat. I can't help but do it. So
good old John never fails me.
Let's bring on the Welk. Here we go. If I can find the Welk.
You don't have to.
I got it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. Thank you very, very, very much.
Thank you.
The only problem is I'm in love with that last girl, that last brunette. She reminds me of a Charlie's Angel. Anyway.
They're all cuties.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Suddenly, I like it.
Yeah. Thanks, John H. Appreciate the support. So let me share what I'm thankful for.
Yes.
Which is both on a personal and an entertainment level. So, of course, my family, my wife, who lets me do this, and she hasn't always, I think, really understood why I love doing it so much, and I appreciate her unquestioning support for allowing me to have this as a hobby and to dedicate a handful of hours each week to doing this. So I appreciate her. I appreciate my family. Love the ability to get together with them, which we will around a table tomorrow, and kind of share our thankfulness for each other. I'm grateful that even though the pandemic isn't over, I'm not going to pretend that it is, but even though it's not over, I'm grateful that we can all get together tomorrow in relative safety and be together, and that's really important to me. Now, on the entertainment side, I'm grateful for some high quality entertainment. I'm grateful that whenever I need a bit of a respite from the craziness of our world, that I can fire up MeTV and watch an episode of Andy Griffith. And I was thinking the other day, I watched Svengoolie the other night. I caught me a little Svengoolie. It was on my DVR. I caught the Abbott and Costello meet Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde episode.
Wow.
That's I think from a couple months ago, but it was a good one. Love Svengoolie. Love all of the things on MeTV. But take it up to date, I am very grateful for what is called the multiverse, because I'm super excited for the new Spider-Man movie, where all sorts of cool things are going to happen. And then later on, being a big DC fan, I'm super excited for the Flash movie, which is going to do similar things with the DC universe, where characters that you never thought would be able to connect are connecting, and that's what's going to be fun. So
brilliant.
Yeah, I'm excited. All right, let's see. Let me go off TJ921 Abel's comment and see if I got some more thankful hashtags here. Oh wait, no, that was TJ921 Abel's. Let's see what else we got here. Here's one. Terrell says, "Thankful for my family and friends helping me get through a tough time in my life and making me a much better person. You know what? I should add my thanks to Terrell. Every day he sends me a suggestion, and I really appreciate it. There are days when I'm just kind of not sure where to go, what to do, what to work on, and I'll pull up that list of suggestions from Terrell, and there'll always be something good there. So thank you, Terrell. And thank you for your patience. I know I don't get to many of your suggestions, but the ones that I do, I've really enjoyed making. Let's see. Do we have any other hashtags? Here's one. Snark and Sass, thanks for the memories. And let's see.
I'm thankful that I can remember things.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I am as well.
Whoa.
I am as well.
It's getting
We've
fuzzy.
got a couple of, oh my goodness, holy cow! So we've got Steve Tevis throwing a super chat here. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend.
Happy Thanksgiving, Steve.
And let me throw something his way. How about a little Ed? Love it. Love it. And Steve, thanks so much for being you know what? He's another wonderful YouTube creator. We've got a handful of them in the chat. We've got Danny State in there and Steve Tevis. And I love it when they are on the stream in person as well. But thanks so much, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. And then we've got another super chat, and this is a record super chat. That's an amazing super chat. Zorn76, thank you so much for that. That is really, yeah, I can take the wife out to dinner with that.
Hey, Dave, you can put the check in the mail.
He says, or they say, God bless you. May random acts of kindness go viral. You know what? Wow. Forgive instead of counsel.
Wow.
Let love rule and let freedom ring. I can't disagree with anything said there. Thank you so much, Zorn76, for your support. And I really appreciate that. Let me throw a little something your way. The King of Rock.
Thank you very much. 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 Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much again, Zorn76.
Bob,
so
we caught Bob doing a chug-a-lug.
You did indeed. That's okay.
It's just generic grape soda, though, this
no
time.
problem.
Okay, I can take a drink. Well, I'll take a drink now. Thank you.
Well, hey, but let's see. What's our brand?
You got the
this is
polar.
generic.
That's the healthy stuff. You got bubbles, but it's not as bad as the stuff that I'm drinking. Paul D says, just swinging by to say happy Thanksgiving. And as God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. All right.
I tell you, those wild ones can. I've actually seen them flying onto my neighbor's roof.
Me too.
Here's the question I have. If you threw them from a helicopter,
No
would
chance.
they be able to sustain flight, and not hit the ground?
There's a downward draft. No chance.
That's right.
No, that
I
the
think-
domesticated ones, they fatten them up for sale. So
Right.
they don't have
Do you
the
think
same.
Do you think
Right.
a wild turkey, though, if it was chucked from a helicopter, would be able to?
No,
fly?
no, they can only
don't
they can only
know.
fly like up to maybe the top of a tree. Then they start to
Yeah.
like lose momentum, you know. So
Or
if you
about
dropped it
the-
from
or
a
about the-
helicopter,
I was going to say, or about the height of a car windshield, because that happened to me. Poor turkey.
Oh, whoa.
Anyway, yeah. Bob's right. That's about high they get. As high as they get, you know.
and they're not as fat as the domesticated ones that have been fattened up, and therefore can't maintain that velocity. It's aerodynamically impossible.
Pat, did you experience any looters? I'm not quite sure if I get Mr. Led's comment in there. Are you anywhere near the looting of any sort that's going on?
Okay. I don't know about looting because they found those guys guilty. So the point would be the gang theft. is what's happening here in California, where the gangs are coming in 30 cars at a time and breaking into these high-end stores and just stealing everything because, they can't do anything, at least not in California. No, sir.
No.
So, yes, I'm close to that, but thankfully it's a pretty mellow place that I live in, so I don't think that's going to happen. So, thanks for asking.
Well, I'm glad you're safe, and I think that's happening all over the U.S. now, and it's a real shame that that's happening. And I guess we have to ask ourselves, why is it happening, and what we can do to stop it. But you're right. I wouldn't want a security guard to even try to stop a gang of people.
Nope.
That'd be tough to do for sure.
Yeah,
There's
for sure.
strength in numbers.
Yeah.
Terrible.
James Dye says that wild turkeys can fly really well and fast, so you never know. I mean, I think there's. Let's see. San Francisco was once a beautiful city. I think Tom lives in near San Francisco, so I know of what he speaks, or he knows of what he speaks. And there's
the views and the vistas and the hotels are still beautiful, but you take a walk on the street and it's like, I better step over that puddle.
Yeah.
And that puddle. So it's a mess, but
it's breaking down.
On a brighter side, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah, it's interesting. We've gone from what we're thankful for to I don't know how.
Don't talk about California. Don't talk about California, and you're in there.
New England is beautiful this time of year.
Let me ask you this question, and I know that it's a little off topic simply because it's a new movie, but it's harkens back to an old movie. Has anybody seen Ghostbusters Afterlife yet?
No,
Not yet.
I have not.
Not yet.
Oh, man, I want to see that so bad, but I can't get anyone in my family to go see it with me, which is just a crying shame. I don't get.
I'm moving to Utah.
That's I would love to have you nearby, Pat, so we could go see that. But fortunately, I do have a brother, so hopefully I'll be able to talk Steve to go into going and seeing it with me here soon.
Maybe move closer to me, and then we can start.
Yeah.
That would be so
Maybe it's
cool.
worth the 6-hour drive, Ian.
Maybe it's way more than 6 hours actually to the with the traffic.
Yeah,
I've been down there on traffic where it is literally bumper to bumper from Vegas to California.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
No, I'm talking about from Kaysville to St. George. I can do it in 5.5. Dude.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking with me and Pat. Yeah.
That is a nightmare, Ian. I did it once. I'll never do it again.
I can't believe there's that many people who are going that direction.
That fast, too. And this far apart from each other.
I know.
No.
Scary.
No way.
Yeah, come on down, or enjoy the warmer weather, Dave. You're probably up there in a snowstorm right now.
It hasn't been bad. It's a little cold today, but we've had really mild weather all year so far. So no snow whatsoever. A little bit in the mountains, but that's it so far.
Yeah.
We'll
Well, it's been warm here. I think today was actually the first day that I kind of had to bundle up a little bit. I get to work pretty early, and it's a little bit cold in the morning, but by 11, I'm in a t-shirt and shorts, but today it was long pants pretty much all day long.
I love southern Utah this time of year, and into January particularly, as it gets really cold in northern Utah. It's so wonderful to come down and visit your neck of the woods, Ian.
So I want to know a little bit about, maybe we could share a Thanksgiving tradition. Like what kind of stuff do you eat on Thanksgiving? Is there anything unique or whatever? Like, is there any?
Yeah, there is. I can share one, and then we can go around the horn to anyone that has it. But my wife's family has a recipe for something called soda cracker pie.
What?
Yeah, and it sounds horrible, right? A pie made
No,
out of
it
soda
sounds
cracker.
It sounds intriguing. It's like it could go either way, but I'm giving the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly.
Since you're promoting it.
It's a combination of egg whites, walnuts, and soda crackers.
Okay.
and a little bit of vanilla, and a whole lot of sugar. That's it. And,
I would think.
and you cook it all up, and it creates kind of like this hard, crusty pie, and then you top it off with Cool Whip, and it is one of my favorite pies of all time. So I actually have taken over the duties of making the soda cracker pie in this home.
Oh,
I love
wow.
it so much, and so I baked up 3 soda cracker pies today. So that's probably the most unique thing that we eat on Thanksgiving Day, and we only do it Thanksgiving, so once a year.
That's awesome.
Anyone else?
Send me one. You can send me one, Dave. You have my address.
I'll make you one, Pat. I don't know how well it's shipped, but
These crackers are soggy.
I just get through making my traditional Thanksgiving dish. It's turnip and carrots. And it's literally what it sounds like. You take equal parts of turnip and carrots, boil them till they become mashy, and then mash them to taste with some brown sugar, a lot of butter, and probably more than I should use salt. Mix it all up, and it makes this fantastic side dish. I discovered it when I was like 8 years old and have become obsessed with it, and have been actually tweaking the recipe on and off for decades. And I've got to the point where I must say myself, it's fantastic. But it's become a traditional dish in my household. And even the people who don't like it eat it just to be nice to me.
that's awesome. Ian, Pat, you guys got anything that's unique to your homes, your tables on Thanksgiving?
You first, Ian.
Well, my wife does these amazing pies. So it used to be a while back that her family would all get together on Thanksgiving, and she was in charge of pies. So she would make like a table full of pies, like 3 pumpkins, a cherry, a blueberry, a peach, an apple, mincemeat. I mean, it's still, and it goes. And so when they stop doing that, she still makes them all. And then the night after Thanksgiving, we have friends over just to eat pie. So we just have a good conversation, and we have pie night the next day. I'll take a picture of them and I'll put them on the Retro Cereal Instagram. So it's been a little challenging this year because her hand's not working as good because of some neuropathy because of the chemo. But they look fabulous. They're going to be great, and people listen. I know sometimes people say, "Oh, this is really good," and you're like, "Oh, this is okay." She makes the best pies anyone has ever tasted. Whenever we go somewhere and like she brings a pie, and I mean people pause, they what? Whoa, I didn't know something could taste this good. So it makes those big pies. So I'll post some pictures of them over on the Retro Cereal Instagram page.
Awesome. Do you have a community tab yet? Are you able to post things to?
No, I think it's 500. I'm getting close.
You're getting close. Yeah.
341. So subscribe, everybody. Everybody's watching. Don't subscribe.
Absolutely.
To both of everybody's channel, of course. But yeah. At least if I had a community channel, up to 500, I could start posting stuff.
Yeah, exactly. How about you, Pat?
Well, first, it's great that YouTube lowered it to 500 because it was 1,000 initially for I don't know how long, and that was just stupid. They want people to be watching, so why not? Yeah. Why not everybody? It's just kind of.
I don't know why everybody doesn't have that available.
It's true. So, it's not like we're exclusive or anything. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
First of all, we hate to cook. That said, we love to eat. So again, Dave will be posting that salt cracker recipe later.
Okay.
If not, then I'm sorry. No obligation, Dave. But I did hear this great recipe because, of course, I watched Dr. Oz. I don't know what makes me attracted to that show, but it was about the recipes, and one was what to do with leftover pie. And the idea is to take it and make balls out of it using a little flour and whatever else makes stuff stick together. You make balls out of it. You put it on a cookie sheet with parchment, and you cover it with chocolate. You give it the whatever type of chocolate you like. Put it in the refrigerator, and you have pie scones. Wow. Stones or pie, whatever they call those. Those. I call them pie bonbons. I don't think we're going to try it because we don't have enough pie. But Ian, I was thinking, man, you got to try that. Chocolate and pie. Can it be wrong?
I don't hear anything wrong with any of what you're saying.
And you can sprinkle it with a little salt. Exactly. I dare somebody to try it and then post it.
I'm going to.
I will post. I'll tell you what, to all the community members, if they're interested, I'll post the soda cracker pie recipe to the community page so you guys can try it out. It's not hard to make, and it's super tasty. Tom, our friend Hunger Jerk, says, give out my address. What he's referring to there is I have just set up a P.O. Box address.
Oh, cool.
He was going to send me some magazines or something. And I've had a handful of other folks that have been interested in sending me something, having me do an unboxing or do something with a video on it. So let me just quickly move over here. And I think I do have that address posted here somewhere. There we go. We'll do that right there. I'll leave that up for a few minutes. And if anybody wants to, hey, if you want to send me stuff, feel free. Feel free. And Thomas, thank you so much for the offer, the kindness. It truly is appreciated. So thank you. I look forward to looking at those magazines. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's quickly take care of paying our bills in terms of vintage commercials. That'll give me time. My can is empty. I need to go get another can of Diet Coke. And then we'll do some trivia and hang out for a few more minutes before we... Oh, I love that mug. Let me see that mug. Yes. What's on the other side? Oh, that's the gang. Love it. And that is a great mug.
Yeah, it's good.
So we'll refill beverages while the commercials play, and then we'll be right back. Thanks, everybody. Let me see if I can find the commercials. Here we go.
We're all gone and nothing's happening.
I can do a commercial. What are you selling?
We're selling Coke. Here we go.
Well, it's good to be back.
we're all like leaving.
Looks like you need some help, huh? Do you speak any English?
Nej, svenska. Men titta om du vet med några...
How about a Coke?
Coke?
Drink.
Vad är det för något?
Coke.
Coca-Cola.
And a smile makes me feel good. Wherever you are. Well, where to?
Just down to the next gas station.
Saturday on WKRP.
I've done thousands of promotions in my day,
but not like this.
Turkeys are hitting the ground like sacks of wet cement.
Tonight on CBS.
Nestle Crunch, the blend of milk chocolate and crispy crunchies that's music to your mouth.
Creamy milk chocolate is the melody. Crispy crunchies are the harmony. The two together are music to munch. Let's hum a few bars of Nestle Crunch. Toe tap and tantalize and happy feeling appetizing. Woo! Nestle Crunch is music, sweet music to your mouth.
A day in the life of a Commodore 64. The Commodore 64. Once you get it, you'll wonder how you got along without it.
All right, we're back. And I've got a full can of Diet Coke ready for action.
Right on.
That first commercial, Dave, it was awesome. That first commercial.
Which one? Yeah, I love those commercials.
Would you like some Coke? I mean, a Coke? It's like, wow. They got away with that.
Terrell was asking if that was a young Steve Guttenberg, and yes, indeed, it was.
It was.
And that actress looked really familiar in that one too, but I wasn't able to place her. But I've seen her in other things as well. I love all those commercials. I love that Nestle commercial. That's one of those that it's like so old, but it just, when I saw that the first time with the two girls doing the little tapping, it's like it felt like I had just seen that on TV the other day. It's one of those where it's just like I saw it so much as a young adult. I think probably in the 80s that it just feels so familiar. Oh, looks like we lost Robert. Gosh darn it. That's okay. I'm sure
He'll be back.
Oh, there he is. He's already back. Let me bring him back on board. We lost you for a second, my friend.
Yeah, that wasn't my modem that time. I accidentally hit the cord and it yanked the contacts out of the computer. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
You can hear me? Good.
Let me go. We
I'll
do
try
have
to
some
bump it
noise
again.
in the background. I don't know who's someone got someone talking. Who is that? Is that
Shut up back there.
Pat? Will you take care of the noises?
It's not me. Okay. Ooh ee ooh ah ah, ding dang, walla walla, bing bang. No.
That's right.
that's
As
not
long
the
as we
noise.
talk.
Yeah, I
drown
think
it
as long
out.
as we talk, it'll drown out the noises behind.
Yeah.
I
All
think
right.
that's
Dave.
my family back there. Hey,
All
Dave.
good.
Yeah.
I want to mention Kenneth Wilkinson.
Okay.
He's a follower, and he was on your chat earlier. And you know what? I just want to let him know that we are all with him. He doesn't like the holidays for a good reason, but we love you, Kenneth, and
Yeah.
just wanted
Okay.
to give you a shout out for that.
I'm so glad you did that. You know what? Holidays are hard for some folks. And you know what? It's one of those things where we have a particular birthday where someone passed away on the birthday and in our family, and it's tough. And even if it doesn't happen on that specific day, once
Right.
you've lost family members and holidays roll around, you're just so full of memories of the times when great times you had with them, and it's hard not to just they can be tough. So I'm glad you called that out, and certainly our thoughts are with you. I did have Terrell asked a question. This is a seriously important question for you. What are your thoughts on Ahmaud Arbery's killers having been found guilty on all counts? And first off, I'm going to say, Terrell, I think you know that I try to keep this channel free of politics and this kind of discussion. So this is not a news channel. I appreciate you and all you do, but I will tell you what, I will message you and I will tell you exactly what I think about that. And if you want to converse about it some more, I will be happy to correspond and talk with you about it. But there has been a couple times where I've let my better judgment I've swept it aside and engaged in conversations that are kind of hot topics. And unfortunately, that has sometimes, what it does is it's not, we can even all be in agreement, but what it does, it takes away from what we're trying to do with the channel, which is just have it be a refuge from all of that stuff.
Exactly.
And have it be just kind of like this safe haven for everybody, regardless of religious, political, or any other belief that you might have. And you know what, one can say that in many cases, when you're talking about a criminal case or something like that, that there's a logical conclusion that most folks should reach. But you know what, there's always going to be contrasting points of views, differing points of view. That's with a trial, that there's going to be both a defense and a prosecution, and they're going to have dramatically different takes on it. So I'll just stop there, and I will definitely send you a message. I'll direct message you on Twitter and tell you what I think, Terrell, on that one. So thanks for asking. All right, so let's get going. We got some trivia.
All right.
Here's the deal.
Let's get it.
Here's the deal. These questions have all been asked before.
Okay.
This is kind of like let's see how well you remember. It's a best of questions night. So we've got 10 questions. And folks, if you've been on the live streams in the past, well, you're probably going to do pretty good on this one, I do have to. I think Steve's just pushing my buttons now. He's saying, OJ, innocent or guilty? Who's going to ask me about Cosby next? You know?
Oh, yeah. What's going to come up next? Right?
Problem. That's the rabbit hole you go down when you start doing that. And we just want this to be just a fun, safe place for everyone. All right. So, first question. On WKRP, which character is known as the big guy? Your choices are Herb Tarlick, Johnny Fever, Les Nessman, or Mr. Carlson. And I'll just throw it out to you guys, and whoever thinks they know the answer will not answer it yet. We'll give folks about 10 seconds to answer correctly, or answer in their heads or in the chat or whatever they want to do, and then we can start with Ian if he thinks he knows the answer. Do you think
I don't think I know it, but I think I can guess, and I think my guess would be right, but I would hate it for it to be wrong.
Yeah, we'd hate for it to be wrong too. So
let's move down to Pat.
He's passing. He's passing.
Pat, you good on this one?
Well, of course, it's Mr. Carlson, but I think it was Herb that coined the phrase. I may be wrong on that, but I just seem to recall him calling him the big guy because he was
most often it was coming from Herb on the show. Yeah, absolutely. All right,
extra credit.
I think a lot of folks got it right. I think most folks either went with Les Nessman or Mr. Carlson, but yeah, the big guy, one and only Gordon Jump. Let's go. Question 2 on Gunsmoke. Who is the co-owner and matriarch of the Long Branch Saloon? Miss Ellie, Miss Jane, Miss Kitty, or Miss Terry? And we'll just hold for a second here, and I'll get scores. We'll do scores after 3 questions like we always do. And yeah, someone asked, why are we doing trivia so early? And I guess I'm going to. I don't know if we're going to make it, but I want to kind of keep this to an hour because I mentioned I've made pies, but I'm needed back in the kitchen, or at least if not actually making things to provide support to my ever so busy wife who's doing all sorts of amazing things in there for tomorrow's big dinner. So I'm going to try to keep this particular live stream to an hour or so. We'll see. That's why we started trivia a little bit earlier than normal. All right. So Ian, how about this one? You want to pass this one down to Robert? Or
I again, I think I know it, but I think it's Miss Kitty. I'm just going to go with it. Miss Kitty.
Oh boy.
Sometimes
you're too hard on yourself, Ian.
I knew the last one too. I knew the last one too, but I wasn't sure. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm
sometimes you just have to wing it. I think you have to. It's kind of like Luke when he's shooting those. He's shooting into the turrets on the Death Star, and he's just got to close his eyes and use the Force. You got to close your eyes and use the Force, Ian.
Okay.
Okay. All right. This one's going to be yours, Robert. On the A-Team, what is Hannibal's favorite thing to say? Your choices are: doing nothing is hard. You never know when you're done. I love it when a plan comes together. It's clobbering time. Or when nothing is going right, go left. So hold on a second. Don't answer it yet.
This one should have been mine. That's
You can't get all the mulligans, Ian.
Here's a fun comment. I hate to cover up Robert's face there, but he says, Dave is the king of stuffing and dressing, I bet. Laugh out loud. I do. I love stuffing, but I love potatoes too. I mean, there's really, when you think about it, there's very little on Thanksgiving that I don't enjoy. The other thing I'll be making tomorrow is a green bean casserole with those little fried onion things on top of it. Oh, so good. And
my wife wanted me to make one.
What's that?
My wife wanted me to make a green bean casserole, but I didn't have all the ingredients to go together. But yeah, maybe next year.
Next year, you definitely need to have that.
I was lacking everything.
Christmas.
I was lacking everything but the green beans and the casserole. Otherwise, I would have made myself. Sounds like it's got 2 ingredients in it.
Our only problem is I'll snack
Much
on those
more,
little-
I'm sure.
I just love those little fried onion rings. So I'll think that I have them in the pantry, and then I'll open it up and I'll realize that there's just like the crumbs down at the bottom of the fried onion ring. So
Because you've been
that will
munching
sometimes
on
get
them.
in the way.
Those are the best.
But we're ready. We're ready for that. So, Robert, how
I'm going
about
to do the
an
cigar.
answer?
I love it when a plan comes together.
Bingo. We are 3 for 3. Doing well. Let me see how folks are doing score-wise here. Let's go.
That first one
Superfan
sounds
Mike
like
D.
That first one sounds like a Zen cone.
It does, doesn't it?
It's like,
I think
did you
it
get
just
that from
made that one
Buddha,
up.
or-
or a Yoda quote, you know.
Yeah.
Know when you're done. You never know. It's hard doing nothing.
3 for 3. Kenneth Wilkinson's 3 for 3. Superfan Superplex is 2 for 3. John Ogren's 3 for 3. Superfan Georgia Ayers is 3 of 3. Paul Rodder's 2 of 2. Kevin Davis is 3 of 3. Superfan Spike Spikerson's 2 of 3. Carolyn Harmon is 2 of 3. Nick Mamonis is 3 of 3. Terrell Bellinger 3 of 3. John Stemmer 3 of 3. Dave Thomas 3 of 3. TJ921 Abel 3 of 3. Mr. Led 3 of 3. Miles High 3 of 3. Marcus Smith 2 of 3. Lamont Bradford 2 of 3. Matt Sweeney 3 of 3. Daryl Johnston 3 of 3. John H 3 of 3. Tom Hungry Jerk 3 of 3. Meow Mix 3 of 3. Karen Lester 2 of 3. Superfan Tracy Rothmeyers 3 of 3. Let's see. Superfan Nancy D 3 of 3. Ed Myers 3 of 3. Superfan Jill Carter 3 of 3. Flash in the Pan is 5 of 3. Some bonus points somehow they were able to pick up. No problem there. Let's keep going. On Bewitched, what was the name of Samantha's crazy cousin? It's back up to you, Ian, but of course you can push down if you don't feel completely comfortable. Let's hold, though, for just a second. I'll take a look and see what we got here. Spike Spikerson says, by the way, Superfan Spike Spikerson says, I never watched A-Team. I could never get behind the idea of all those guys living in a van down by the river.
Did you guys watch Burn Notice? Anybody ever watch Burn Notice?
I saw a handful of episodes because it's got my what's that guy that's in the Evil Dead movies? Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell,
it has
baby.
Bruce Campbell in it.
It's very A-Team-ish.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very A-Team-ish. I enjoy it. I mean, it's kind of a fun family. You know, no one's going to get hurt real bad, but it's very A-Team-ish. It's A-Team-ish for the early 2000s or something. So.
Might have to go back. Like I said, I've seen a couple episodes, but I didn't get super into it. Let's see. All right. So the choices, Ian, are Candy, Jeannie, Serena, or Trixie. How do you feel about those choices?
I feel like it's Serena, but I could be wrong.
No, you couldn't be wrong.
Okay, all right.
Serena is the correct answer.
I took your advice and I used the Force.
Yes,
But
well done.
I got to ask you, Ian, who was the actress that played Serena?
It was
Good question.
The one who was Bewitched, who played Samantha.
And what was her title in the credits?
I don't know.
Pandora Spox.
Oh
wow. My goodness.
That was their
I didn't
little
know that
joke.
one.
That was an inside joke on the credit. Serena, played by Pandora Spox.
Nice. I
That's
love it.
Awesome. Had to add that.
Yeah. Love it. All right, let's keep moving. On the Beverly Hillbillies, who was Mr. Drysdale's secretary and friend to the Clampett family? Was it Edna Crump, Jane Hathaway, Lucy Carmichael, or Nancy Culp? So we'll wait for a second here. Let me see if I can put a comment on the screen here. Lots of folks doing the answers. Mike D, superfan Mike D says, R.I.P. the lovely Elizabeth Montgomery. Yes, indeed. It's she was great and a truly talented lady. As long as we're doing RIPs, RIP Chris Farley as well. And Superfan Spike Spikerson says Burn Notice is cool. Well, anything with Bruce Campbell in it is cool in my book. That guy in Burn Notice was the one that had the guy that was married to Julia Roberts, right? What was the name of that actor?
I think so.
Roberts, Eric Roberts. Was it Eric Roberts?
No,
Eric Roberts' his brother.
That's her brother. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to go down that road.
I'm trying to think who Julia Roberts was married to for a while, but I think he's the main actor. No, you're thinking Lyle Lovett. Yeah, he was hooked up with Lyle Lovett too, but that's not who it is. You know what? Our community will know. They'll tell me here in just a minute. I just got to scroll down enough. Sooner or later, they'll get to the answer. Come on, folks, tell me who it was that is in Burn Notice that Julia Roberts was either married to or had a relationship with. I know you'll know it. All right, what's the answer, Pat?
Well, Dave, you gave me 2 correct answers on this.
No, I didn't. I only gave you one correct answer.
Ooh, you're tricky.
I did not say who was the actress that played.
Oh, boy, you are sneaky. Of course, it was Jane Hathaway, but I was going to say, well, it's either Jane Hathaway or Nancy Culp because they're both the same person.
They are. Yep.
That's the one.
Nancy Culp as herself.
I am so disappointed. No one in the chat is giving me the answer. Now I've got to move my microphone so I can get to my keyboard.
Wasn't he also on one of the incarnations of Fargo? The actor from Burn Notice, if I remember correctly.
I don't think it was Kiefer Sutherland. You know, she was married. Was she married to Kiefer?
No, they were involved.
I don't think he was. And
they were never married.
They were not.
She dumped Kiefer Sutherland to marry. I love it.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm up in the night. It's not. He wasn't in Burn Notice, so that's where the problem is. Julia Roberts' boyfriend, husband. Let me type in husband. Let's see what we get here.
The mother was in Cagney and Lacey of Burn Notice.
Yeah. I am totally striking out here. The reason the chat isn't helping me out because I am not correct. I can't remember the guy's name. He was an actor, and he wasn't obviously married to her because she's only been married to Lyle Lovett and Daniel Moder. So it was some guy with a Hispanic name. Benjamin Bratt. But he was just her boyfriend. Law and Order. Yep. Thanks, Cindy D. And let's see. And Kimberly Wiederhold. Thank you so much for the help. All right. So we got that. 5 of 5. Let's do one more before we go to scores. Robert. Mr. Thrash Pondo Pons, if that is your name. On Star Trek, what character joined the show at the beginning of the 2nd season? Was it Hikaru Sulu, Janice Rand, Nyota Uhura, or Pavel Chekhov? Please hold.
Oh.
Please hold.
I'll wait for the novices to catch up.
Yep.
The non-Trekkies.
Mike Deep says that Cindy deserves a bonus point for that. She does indeed. She was the first to catch on to what I was thinking, even though I was so incredibly off. So nice work. And then Kimberly Wiederhold confirmed it. So nice work to both of them. Bonus points for both of you for getting that correct. All right. Lots of answers already in the chat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is the correct answer, Robert?
D. Pavel Chekhov.
That is correct.
And you know about the bonus points for the anomaly in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, right? With this character.
Yep. It was
Help me out. I remember hearing this, but there's something. Oh, Chekhov says that he remembers Khan.
Yeah,
when
he
that's
wasn't
impossible.
there.
Yeah, because he wasn't there. Because Khan was in the season, Khan was in season 1, and Chekhov wasn't.
I believe the episode was
and
the one.
The actor who played Chekhov,
Walter Koenig.
Yeah,
Walter Koenig.
He knew it, and he kept his mouth shut because they would have just written him out.
Yeah,
they would have written somebody else into that role, and he didn't want to. He wanted to play that role. So
that was lame. Great movie, but that was lame.
Yeah.
If you're a Trekkie like me.
But they mess with the time continuum a lot, don't they? I mean, it could have been Q may have had something to do with it. Oh,
right.
Well, let me ask
Universes.
Let me ask this: at the beginning of the second season of Star Trek, was there like this formal announcement that like joining the crew, or is it possible that Chekhov had been already on board the Enterprise during the first season, but he hadn't been shown on screen? He wasn't in, he wasn't on the bridge. He was in another role. Is that possible, or
I
no?
choose to believe that, unless there was some announcement of him. I choose to believe he just got hired to the thing, because like they didn't like stop at some station and pick up new people.
No,
I don't.
They hired him. They hired him because they wanted the teen audience,
right?
Which is why they stuck that horrific wig on him to mimic Davy Jones.
Right. It was during Monkey Mania.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
but I
for
think
them it made sense.
I think the point Dave is kind of driving at is, could it be though that in the universe itself and the character Chekhov could have been there during the first season and just not had
just
that
not on the
place
bridge.
Yeah.
Right. That's where I'm thinking that maybe just because we didn't see him, it's possible that he was in a different role on the Enterprise. There's how many thousands of people are on the Enterprise, right?
About 500.
Oh, was it only 500 on the original Enterprise?
About 500 in the Constellation, 400 and change in the Constellation class.
I think he was the janitor. Lots of people, though. I think he unplugged the toilets. He was the guy that unclogged the toilets.
Right.
He was a red shirt, but he wanted to transfer.
Where's the bathroom?
Work his way up.
All right, let's get some scores here. Let me go over here and see how folks are doing. Kevin Davis is 6 of 6. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
Good job.
And let's see. I got some more scores here. Did I miss them all? Oh, here we go. Superfan Superplex is 4 for 6. John Ogren's 6 of 6. Lamont Bradford's 4 of 6. Terrell Bellinger's 6 of 6. Superfan Tracy Roth Myers is 6 of 6. She's rocking it tonight. Ronald Hopkins is 5 of 6. Kevin Davis, 6 of 6. Kim Wiederholtz, 5 of 6. Did you give yourself the bonus point, Kim? You should. Paul Rotter, 4 of 5. Ken Wilkinson, 5 out of 6. Miles Heiss is perfect tonight, 6 of 6. Superfan Mike D is 6 of 6. Marcus Smith is 4 of 6. Todd McCreary, 5 of 6. Dave Thomas, 5 of 6. TJ921 Abel. Cindy D is 5 of 6, including the bonus point. Georgia Ayers is 5 of 6, and we'll stop there. Oh, wait, no, here's a couple more. John H is 6 of 6. Jill Carter's 6 of 6. All right, we'll move on. Let's go to question 7. We're going to power through, and then we'll get final scores. Back to you, Ian. You can choose whether you want this one or not. This one's a toughie. On the Dick Van Dyke Show, what is the odd middle name that Rob and Laura gave their son Richie? Is it Dick? That's an odd name these days. No one wants to be called that anymore. Donna? That would be interesting to give to their son Richie. Maynard or Rosebud? So we'll hold for a second.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You can push it if you don't feel like using the force. So here's
I have.
You don't have to pass this one.
I don't.
Okay, I just want to say real quick here. Al Oduardi points out that Khan remembered Chekhov, which would kind of fly in the face of that theory. Again, you could maybe there's a reason Khan remembered Chekhov, and yet we weren't.
Well,
privy to being on the ship. I don't know.
The real reason is they wrote it that way, and they didn't know that they had made a mistake. But in the universe,
the real reason.
Can we make adjustments for it within that universe?
Absolutely. All right. What do you think, Ian? Are you going to take this one or pass it on down?
Well, I'm gonna. If I get it wrong, are people going to be mad at me?
Yes.
Not on this channel. Not on this channel.
It's not like the only thing at stake is getting it. It's not like we're going to all lose money.
Yeah, we're not going to lose $1,000 or anything like that.
I'm going to go our perfect score one night. Remember
I remember this one. Oh, I remember Rosebud for some reason, so I'm just going to go Rosebud.
Nicely done. You remembered. That's great.
Thank you.
Remember.
I did not know that one.
You know, it was an anagram for all the names they wanted to name the baby.
Yeah.
Robert,
Yeah,
Oscar,
that's right.
Stephen,
Yeah.
Ulysses, David.
Yeah, exactly.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah, it wasn't named after the sled at all.
It was just a coincidence.
On Batman, what character was added to the show during the final season? Was it Alfred, Batgirl, the Green Hornet, or Superman?
No.
We'll pause for a second here. Bendover says he liked Evil Chekhov in Mirror Mirror. I love Mirror Mirror. That's a fun episode where they get to play the
it's one of my favorites.
evil counterparts. Oh, Blackadder says that Star Trek talk is entering into Welk territory.
Not quite sure I understand that.
Well, I
Do you
think
know
he's jonesing for a little Welk action, but you know what? We only bring on the Welk when it's requested by a super chat, because it's got to.
Who hates
Pat,
me?
you know, there's got to be a price that one pays to cause that man that kind of pain.
Do you know that Mirror Mirror is based on a deleted scene from City on the Edge of Forever?
I did not. Tell us more.
In the original script for City on the Edge of Forever, they don't just call up to the Enterprise and have it not be there. They beam back, and it's a Nazified Enterprise, where because the Germans were in World War II, the Federation becomes sort of a Nazi puppet state. But they had to cut that for time constraints. But somebody said that would make a great episode. Only instead of Nazis, they based it on the Roman Empire. And it became the evil Federation as opposed to the good Federation. But yeah, it was this just throwaway scene from City on the Edge of Forever.
You know, I've read that script years and years ago. I think I was probably in. They actually published that City on the Edge of Forever script in a novel form, you know, or in a paperback form. And I read that, but I don't remember that. But it's been 35 years ago since I read that. So, but that's
there
cool.
were several modifications. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, Harlan Ellison wrote it, and there were actually several editions. He tended to be, he tended to write avidly, so he had to cut a lot out to get things into a screenplay or a teleplay, I should say.
Well, and the other thing is that he had issues with censors. That script, as written by Ellison, would not fly with the NBC censors. There was a number of things that they had to change to make that thing work.
You know,
instead of being accidentally injected by the serum, it was a drug dealer, a futuristic drug dealer, and they said no way. Harlan Ellison mentions that in his book, the glass teat, I believe it is, about how TV is just controlled by everything. He was a very interesting person. Rest in peace.
But they got a four-letter word. They got a four-letter word into that, which was to me added to the great dramatic ending, where Kirk says, "Let's get the hell out of here."
Yeah.
Whoa!
The only time they ever use a four-letter word in the show.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
The closest they got was devil.
Wow. And it was awesome. I mean, it was like, finally, somebody's expressing themselves. Anyway.
Well, you know, and that's the power, right? You know, my complaint with using those words today in today's entertainment is it's used so frequently that those words have lost the emotion and the power that they once had.
Wow,
when Kirk says, "Let's get the hell out of there," and which is, you know what, that's such a tame word these days anyway.
Right.
But it really, there was a message in how he used that word.
Anguish.
Powerful.
Total anguish, which was just, oh God, I love that episode.
Yep, for sure. All right, whose turn? Pat, it's your turn. Answer,
well,
please.
It's Batgirl, but, you know, more about that Star Trek episode. I was thinking...
It's like we're taking this in a different direction there.
I know I'm right, so...
Let's keep moving. Question 9. Robert, on the Facts of Life, what is the name of the boarding school that the girls attend? This is a tough one. Eastlake, Eastland, Westlake, or Westland? I shouldn't say Eastland. It's East Lake, Eastland, Westlake, Westland. I think that's how they pronounced it on the show.
I
Hold. Don't answer. So you can.
Well, I'm not going to. I might pass altogether.
You're going to pass.
I might have to.
Or Pat, do either of you feel capable of, like, in 10 to 15 seconds answering this?
But, Dave, did you just give the answer away? Westland. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got to say that because I don't know. I'm going with Westland. Ian, take the other
You're
one.
going to go with Westland. What do you think, Ian?
I think it's no. It's Eastland.
Are you saying that with certainty? Because Pat's kind of going with, like, he's trying to read the tea leaves.
I don't know. It's not west of either kind. I'm almost sure it's east something.
Are you going to use the force and kind of trump Pat's answer for us?
It depends, Pat. What do you want to do here?
I'm giving it to you, buddy.
I'm going to have egg on my face, but I'm going to go with Eastland.
Okay, let's go ahead and see how see if
That would have
correct.
been my guess too. So
there we go. Boom. Nicely done,
go.
Ian.
Nice.
Done.
I remember east. I know it wasn't west. I just remembered east, but
Very good.
East Lake sounds. I remember it was one word too, so it was really kind of a elimination.
This one's for you, Pat. I know you'll get this one correct. On the Munsters, Beverly Owen and Pat Priest both of them played which character? Was it Lily, Marilyn, Sandy, or Wanda? Hold off. Don't answer yet. But in about 20 seconds, we'll have you answer this question. All right, let's see what else we got here. Kevin Davis says this channel needs more Trek classic sci-fi talk. Clearly, we can talk about Trek for a long time. I think it's a show that we all grew up on and all love. And we were also, I think all of us here, probably just the right age for those Trek movies, the original Trek movies. And probably all of us were a little bit bummed by the first Star Trek film, but then just super thrilled with the way Wrath of Khan turned out.
It was
what do you
great
guys
that they
think?
got
Did you
back
guys
together.
I loved Star Trek the motion picture because it brought everybody back together. Had cool special effects. The music was awesome. That theme song, Jerry Goldsmith, right? Who I think was the
Absolutely.
all of that was so cool.
Did they?
The story was kind of lame. Right.
I heard a rumor that on the original one they even brought Stephen King in to write originally or something like that, and he got booted. Or he quit.
They brought a bunch of people in.
Yeah, there were so many hands involved in the show. Was originally supposed to be, they were reviving the TV show. It was supposed to be called Star Trek The New Voyages or something like that. And they already had Persis Kambata and Stephen Collins on for that revised version. There was going to be no Mr. Spock. They had another guy who was going to play a Vulcan on the show. Nimoy wasn't coming back, but then Star Wars happened. And the sci-fi cray between Star Wars and Close Encounters, Paramount.
That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah, we need our own franchise, and obviously it was Star Trek that they were going to go with.
What
and they
year
wanted
did
it
the
on
first one come out?
1979.
What's that bubblegum pack say, Dave? The bubblegum pack behind you will tell you.
Was it 77, Pat?
Yes.
77. So it would have Christmas time then. 77. It was after.
So it came out exactly the same year as Star Wars.
I don't think
Star Wars came out in 77,
later,
but
guys.
Yeah, no, I was in
maybe
middle school. It had to have been 79. It had to have been.
Maybe
79.
it was 78 or 9.
Yeah, it was later because it was before. It was after Star Wars, which was 77.
But before Empire Strikes Back.
Yes, correct. So there you go. We'll figure it out one of these days.
Dave, that bubblegum pack behind you has the date on it, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, when the bubblegum cards came out, it was the same year
Does
as
your
Dave
bubblegum
goes and
lose
reaches
its
for them.
On bedpost overnight.
Am I right? Oh!
Oh.
Jeez, look at that T-shirt.
There we go.
Oh.
Advertisement.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm so thankful for you, Dave. It's unbelievable. You're the best. You're the best.
79.
79.
Boom! Booyah!
Well, the bubble gum does not lie.
The bubble gum
Yes.
does not lie. All right, Pat, what's the answer here, my friend?
Oh, Sandy. It certainly is Maryland. I was going with Sandy because I was thinking of Greece, but yeah.
Maryland is the correct answer. All right, let's get final scores here.
I almost spit grape soda on my camera.
I know. I thought, Pat. All right, let's get some scores. Let's see. I've got to move. I've got so much here. Let's see. 10 of 10. Mike D is the first to report a score. He got 10 of 10. Superfan Superplex 6 of 10. Dave Thomas. Where are you, Dave? There you are. 8 of 10. John Ogren, perfect score for the night. 10 of 10. Cindy D's 8 for 10 with her bonus. Kevin Davis is 9 of 10. Emily Miller, good to see you in this, sharing your score. You know what? All good. 2 for 10. Hopefully you just enjoyed playing with us. Life and Sad Ending, 9 of 10. Lamont Bradford, 8 of 10. Nick Mamonis rocked it tonight, 10 of 10. TJ, 921. Abel, where are you? I lost you, 9 of 10. John Stemmer, 8 of 10. Miles High, 10 of 10. Todd McCreary, 9 of 10. Mr. Led, 9 of 10. Ron Hopkins, 9 of 10. Superfan Georgia Ayers, 9 of 10. EPO 6 just came in at the very end and got 1 of 1. Ed Myers, 9 of 10. Superfan 9. Nancy D, 8 of 10. Terrell Bellinger, as always, rocking it, 10 of 10. Paul Rotter, 7 of 9. Excuse me. Daryl Johnston, 10 of 10. Alo Duarte, yeah, not too shabby. All my friend, 9 of 10. Thomas got them all tonight. Thank you, sir. 6 of 10 for Marcus Smith. Superfan Spike Spikerson missed 2.3. Okay. What's the final score for you? That would be 7.7?
I don't know.
Tracy Rothmeyers rocked it tonight with a perfect score. Good job. Karen Lester, 9 of 10. John H., 9 of 10. Charlie Jordan just got here. Darn it. So was Emily. Emily wasn't actually here for all of the questions. And let's see, Superfan Jill Carter, 10 of 10. So there we go. So technically, Emily was 2 of 2. Good job. All right. So we talked about things we're grateful for. Let me just state that the one thing that I omitted saying that I was grateful for, that I truly am grateful for, is all of you. You, my community members, folks that watch the videos, click on the buttons to, whether it's subscribing to the channel or giving a particular video a thumbs up, and those of you that engage with the videos and leave comments and all of those things. You know what? I truly appreciate this community. I appreciate all of you, and I am grateful that we have this virtual venue, whether it's live streams or the videos themselves where everybody's commenting, to engage, interact, and share a common passion, which is, entertainment from decades gone by. And more than, really, it's more than just the entertainment. The entertainment's kind of like the linchpin. It's the trigger that kind of brings back nostalgia. And I think all of us, when we think about these TV shows or movies or even, songs, what they do is they bring back memories of whether it's, friends that are no longer around, or happy or sad moments in our lives. Those are the things that make entertainment from decades gone by so special, is that it allows us to, just for a moment, reflect and remember and get a little bit nostalgic about things. So thanks to all of you. Thanks to community members. I do want to quickly go around the horn and let folks talk about their channels, because these guys are awesome. They've been doing great work. Ian, do you want to talk about what you're currently working on? What maybe one of your last videos has been?
Yeah. Hey, do me a favor. Let's make one of my videos go viral. I'd love to see one of those that Pac-Man video. Just share it on your favorite social media. That'd be awesome. And subscribe. That'd be great. The normal stuff coming up. I still got my top 5s and our 5 things you didn't know, and I'm working on different venues of those, not just sitcoms, but I'm going to work in a couple movies and maybe a couple more serious shows. I did a show with the Fat Samurai guy over at the Movie Dojo last week. It was a versus. It was Blade versus Black Panther. That was fun to do. A little bit of a different crowd than we've got here, but he does some good stuff over there, and that was really fun to be a part of that. And he's a super nice guy as well. What's coming up in a week is we're going to be live with Flicks, Snacks, and Knickknacks talking about cult classic films. And of course, taking questions from the community and stuff. Because I did me and Thrash both did a podcast with him talking about cult classics, what makes something cult classics, our favorite cult classics, that. And and then I got some more stuff coming up. I really want to get one with you, Dave, real soon with the Batman thing, maybe soon here. I'd love to do that.
Anytime you want to talk about the Caped Crusader, I am ready and willing. So yeah, let's schedule something in the not too distant future. Pat, what's going on in your channel these days?
Well, on my channel, I've been releasing the studio mixes of all the TV themes that I've done, and gosh, the response has been
amazing,
overwhelming. I mean,
well deserved, Pat, because they are incredible. You are an incredible guitarist.
Thanks, Ian. I really appreciate that, and I mean, the amount of love I've gotten from you guys and Dave's fans and Dave himself, it's just overwhelming. And so I'm really touched by that. I'm still doing compilations. I have one coming in tomorrow. It's the Monkees and the Partridge Family mashup. So you can imagine how messy that's going to be. And meanwhile, I'm
in the Model TA.
Yeah, exactly. In the bus. They meet in the bus and all hell breaks loose. But no, I'm writing. I'm getting ready for a new season in that way, and they will be much longer form videos. So this is kind of why I'm like, oh man, I got to write, and that is the hardest thing. I can play guitar, but writing scripts, holy smoke, do I have a complete new appreciation for the people that can do that and fit it. Well, fortunately, I don't have to fit it, but that's what I'm doing. And so watch for it. And yes, please subscribe. Like Ian said, we all need you. I think you guys already have. It's like, share it. Share the word of all these guys, because they're all brilliant creators. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah, I think you bring a good point, which is if you've already subscribed, what you can do, if you want to help these channels grow some more, the best thing you can do is share them. Share a video that you particularly enjoy, or something, or just spread the word via Twitter or Facebook. So
exactly,
definitely appreciated. I don't know if we got Robert with us. I see a hand in the air.
I think I'm still here. I think I did actually just crash, but we're on the home stretch.
Okay,
so if you folks can hear me,
you want to talk about your latest video, what you got going on? I think I saw something in my feed today.
Yes. Well, I seem to be alternating. I've been having some good luck with more comedic posts. So the last couple have been top 10 lists of a theme of why did the chicken cross the road. Only one was sci-fi themed, and this last one was Universal Monsters themed. And I had some very good feedback from those. But I am still doing my vintage sci-fi horror literature and film reviews. I'm putting together something for A Stranger in a Strange Land. I've had a number of requests on it, and it's been on my list for some time. So that's what I'm working on now, and you should see that probably not until the new year, but until then, I'll be keeping you entertained with more of my wacky Michigas.
What was the name of that short film that you did a video on recently?
Oh, yes. I did a short, spoiler-free review of, it was called We Sit, We Drink, No Guns. And that was a fun one. That was a review of a current contemporary, it was a YouTube short film. So in my opinion, it's YouTube sponsoring YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm doing reviews of other YouTubers, and what could be more gratifying than us basically helping each other along? And it's a great post. So, Dave, that was a brilliant idea, by the way, putting a link in it. I wish I had thought of that. I will with my next one. But yeah, if you go to it, there is a link to the short film. I won't say anything about it. Just check it out. It's top notch.
Yeah, it is great. I enjoyed watching it a lot. I just couldn't remember the name of the title, or the title of the movie. But yeah, thanks for sharing that. I think you do bring a unique perspective to those things. And you know what? That's the thing that I love about YouTube is there's just so much out there and so many talented people doing really interesting, neat things. And in many cases, they're doing it with no expectation of any sort of financial remuneration or anything. They're just doing it because they love it. So thanks for sharing that. All right, I will post links to all of these fellers' channels in the description field of this video. So if any of you haven't subscribed, please do. And again, lastly, thank you to each of you for your continued engagement. Thank you for being just the great community you are. And for those of you that celebrate it, I sure hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. And for those that don't, well, I sure hope the rest of your week is equally wonderful. So thanks again, folks. We'll talk to you all soon.
That's good. Night, everyone.